and I really want to be a book because I want to be whole by him. So never expect gifts, and just do it because you want to do it. Kan, eh? It's not you busy. You don't prioritize them. It's a must. It's my duty. Inspire people like you. You will be better than me. I've been sitting and standing on shoulders of many giants, and now I have to take my my role to pula lah to be giants, where you all will sit and stand on my shoulders. What is the thing that make you so disappointed when you expect so much? So this idea about Academy Dr. Han was actually more or less. It's not really a pre-planned. It was like I realized that I've been giving input, and after 2020, after a year in COVID, I realized that before this, most likely I would always focus on face to face, people's invitations. But then when we have to be under lockdown, we realize that we can do more by our virtual platform. So I sit together with a few of my people who are very close to me, including my daughter, and they said, okay, let's have a platform where we can archives. That was the main thing, to archive all my input so far. Kat YouTube ke, kat Facebook ke, all the invitation. And then of course let's put it in academy, because being an academician, I think that is the closest to me. Then suddenly, wanting to get a name kan, macam-macam lah suggestion. But I ended up, let's just be very clear and straightforward. This is my academy, so name it Academy Dr. Han. Okay. I was born as the sixth child in the family. So when I was born in 1966, my father was already a qadilah at that time, and I was born in the government quarters. And as compared to my siblings, my life starts as a child of a civil servant punya life lah. My mother, my father passed away in 1987, and I was 21 years old. And my mother, alhamdulillah, still with me. She is now 84, and she's staying with me now, Hajah Siti Ramli Anwar, who has been actually my number one motivator lah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm the sixth of eight siblings. My family actually has a very strong quantitative background. In other words, we have three engineers, one economist, and my father, when he was studying in Mecca, and even as a kiai tu, he was very much macam kita sekarang ada speciality kan. So his specialty was mantik, logic, falak, and also faraid. So this is very numerical again, and no wonder all of us, our strongest subject when we were in school were physics and maths. Okay. So I went to my secondary school in Sekolah Sri Putri, Jalan Kolam Air masa tu, and now in Cyberjaya. In fact, I'm the president now for the Putri alumni. Yeah. From 2021 to 2024 lah, insyaAllah. So I was there for 5 years, sampai Form 5. But I always wanted to be a doctor. Because at that time, doctor medical course wasn't offered by Petronas ke JPA. So when anyone wants to do medicine, they have to do it locally. Okay? So I actually turned down 5 or 6 offer to go abroad, just to stick to my ambition of becoming a doctor. Okay, so I stayed, and I do not want to do anywhere else. I want to do it in UKM. I joined UKM as a matriculation student from 1984, 1 year after my SPM. and I've never left until yesterday. Uh, Thanks for mentioning about me being busy, kan? So, you see, busy ni, it is actually a very important indicator of your priorities. And a busy person like me, and so many other people that you consider busy, we are busy because we put everything, you know, in a list of priority. And for today, I put you all as one of my priorities. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to spend this time. At this juncture, I would like to say that I try my very best to be practicing compassionate leadership. You can actually Google search this compassionate leadership, which is quite a new concept, you know. It has everything lah yang the good leadership yang ada, ya. But of course, the example of compassionate leadership would be Rasulullah SAW. Of course, first, the compassionate leadership will be, you're not just a leader, but you're also a follower. I hope you realize that followership is as important, if not more important, than leadership. Because it is the good leaders will always come from the good followers. Okay, so that is one. Secondly, of course, when you want to lead, you need to lead together with your people whom you're leading. You know, you're not just in front there thinking very superiorly about yourself. Tak boleh. So, number 3, of course, compassionate leaders will be leading from the front. Dia bukan lead dari belakang tau. So, orang buat and then, okay. This is more of the leisure faire leadership style. They'll just allow you to do everything, but they are not going to be responsible. Initially, you thought, wah, best lah bos aku ni. Everything I can do lah. Kan? Boleh bos? Boleh. But then if you get into trouble, he's not going or she's not going to help you. Fourth, compassionate leaders, they can deliver tough love tau. They're not just nice, baik-baik macam tu, no. Yeah, Hanifah, if you are not performing, off you go. I'm sorry. But I wouldn't actually embarrass you in front of everyone. Yeah? Sebab compassionate leader, salah satu lagi, one more very important criteria, he or she has a very professional conduct in doing things. Okay? They would not say, harsh words. They will not embarrass you. Okay? I think that's a very important question. I'm quite prepared for it, challenges. There's a lot, but maybe for you all, I would just choose one, okay? The most important challenge, to me, the most basics challenge, if you can handle this, you can handle the rest, is actually managing expectation. Your expectation, people's expectation on you, and I would like to remind you Allah's expectation on you as well. Okay, so coming back to that priority list, kan Haiqal, which is more priority? Okay, so some people actually put a very high priority on expectation of others. What others expect them to do? Their husband, their parents, their children, their society, their punya, as a doctor, what is expected of people from me? Okay, so let me tell you, people punya expectation ni can be so crazily unrealistic. And if you try your best to fulfill all people's expectation, you will not be able to do so. In fact, Sayyidina Ali radhiyallahu anhu has said this. Aku telah merasai segala kepahitan hidup, tapi yang paling pahit adalah berharap kepada manusia. Deep tak? So, don't expect too much on other people. I will go straight to the point. There are basically 4 types of communication style. It's passive, aggressive, assertive, and passive aggressive. I think we need to know when to use all these 4. Okay, I'm not saying that you just need to use one method macam tu, but you have to know which of these 4 that is your predominant communication style. That's important because let's say you are being born naturally as an assertive communicator, then tak susah sangat lah when you want to become leaders. But let's say you are a passive communicator, like most of us. Here in this part of the world, passive communication is the key for everything. You don't actually say out your opinion. Passive communication style is always when you feel that other people's right counts, yours don't. It's okay that you lose. Everyone else must win. Okay? I don't know why we have to do that, because I think that's the way we are being liked by others. So the less you talk, the better. But then, once you are always with your passive communication, you will get all these aggressive communicators to dominate you. And that's the other end of it. Where aggressive communicators are people who always think that my rights count, others don't. Kebalik kan? And I win all the time, you lose all the time. And then the third one is actually assertive communication, which is to me a very important form and style of communication once you want to become leaders. You need to be able to communicate assertively in order to deliver the tough love tadi kan. And how do assertive communicators behave? They always respect other people's opinion, other people's rights count, but mine count as well. I will respect my opinion, I will respect my rights. So it's I win, you win. I believe that nobody born with this assertive communication. You need to learn how to do it. Yeah. But then, if you cannot train yourself to be an assertive communicator, you bound to become passive aggressive communicator. And now anak-anak with the sock mat that we have, it is a very fertile ground for passive aggressive behaviors. These are people who my rights don't count, neither do others. I lose, you lose. Aku tak dapat si Adriana ni, online pun tak dapat juga. And I guess I'm becoming more effective in my leadership once I know when to use what style to whom. Boleh tak? Okay. Coming back to priority balik, Imran, because that's actually the basic of things. I have made it a priority to actually reach out for society. To me, it's not really an option, tau. It's a duty. Yeah. When you love Rasulullah SAW, you love this deen, yeah, as a wonderful way of life, and you want others to know as well. And you want Allah to regard you as a good servant of His, then da'wah and calling people for Islam to Islam is a must. It's my duty. It's not an option. Dia macam ni lah ya anak-anak. Kenapa yang ni Imran Dr. teruskan dalam dakwah ni, because I think that is actually what I am first before I become a doctor or anything else. So I made my plan, Wazir. My post-retirement plan is actually to inspire people like you. And you are, I would say, this is also history lah, because you are the first group that had me on my day 2 of retirement. So congratulations, Okay, so
stop it. Get some help.
And you know what? Let me mention. Ni dah kira the last kan, Wazir. Adriana, Iskandar, Wazir, Hanifah, Haiqal, and Imran. You will be better than me, You know why? Because I'm your teacher, and student will always be better than their teachers. Okay, so when you reach my age, most probably, and by then I might not be in this world anymore. Yeah, Imran, you can actually tell lah. Prof Datuk Dr. Mohamad Imran kan, Muhammad Indra, and ada orang interview you pula, you can say, I remember arwah Dr. Ha pernah cerita macam ni. So that is actually my role now. Okay, and I take that with a lot of pride, alhamdulillah, and gratitude, because that is such an honor sebenarnya to be able to inspire other people. Okay, alright. I want to write books, Wazir, because I think it's very important to write and document. Imagine lah kalau our predecessor dulu, they don't leave behind a legacy and documenting their success. How can we learn, kan? So, in other words, macam ni lah. I have been sitting and standing on shoulders of many giants. And now I have to take my my role to pula lah to be giants, where you all will sit and stand on my shoulders. So that is my role pula, yeah.